I felt it in. No time for that doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse, mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like told me, keep on running, toes they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built the win, applied myself, I felt it in. No time for that doubt, they kinda me.
Come on now, you be loud in that. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Welcome to Unfazed with JJ and AJ. I'm JJ, as you can see. That's my boy AJ on your right. And we're excited about this episode today. Week 1 is finally over in the NFL. We can finally dive into these topics. Both our squads played. Some other teams that we got some stock in played also. A lot of good moments, a lot of bad moments. But we're going to talk about it. But AJ, before we get into these topics, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. Eagles walked away with a dub. You know what I'm saying? Commanders walked away with an L. So that's always nice. It's always nice to come on Unfazed after my team winning, your team lost. No, I'll just mess with you. But no, I'm feeling good, man. Like you said, I'm excited for this episode. We've been waiting a long time for week 1 to begin. It finally came. It finally went. So we got a lot to jump into today, man. A lot of hot topics, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know, we did take an L. It's all good. But we got a rookie QB. We're going to talk about that. But before we do that, listen, y'all, make sure y'all like this video. We are streaming this on 4 Timeout and Refuse to Lose on YouTube channel. So like the video on both of the channels. So if you're on one, hop on the other one. Just hit that like button and go back if you want to. You know, do what you got to do. And make sure you share this video to anybody that's a sports fan, especially an NFL fan, because we're going to be covering the top topics of week 1 football. So, and use that comment section. We can see all the comments y'all will be putting down. Shout out to my boy Dave being the first comment. Waiting for us to start. I get it. You know, we had technical difficulties, but we're here. We are here. But JJ, we got to kick it off, man. You had a lot of stock in this team. A lot of stock. You still do. It's only week 1. We can't panic right now. The New York Jets rode up in Santa Clara in California. Shout out to my boy Dave in the comments. His team, the 49ers, and they walked away with an L, 32-19. AJ, I got a question for you. Because you had them win the division, you had Aaron Rodgers having an MVP type season. High hopes. You picked them to win this game against the 49ers. So, was that performance just a bad performance or a bad sign?
I went back and forth on this, Joe. I'm going to say it's a bad performance. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt for this week 1. Because I think this is more about the Niners than it was about the Jets. Niners are just as for real as most people thought. Remember, I said I thought they was going to start slow. That was my assumption. They're going to start slow. You know, you had the Brandon Ayuk situation going on in the offseason, right? You know, you got CMC. He hurt. He going to miss this game, right? Just a lot of different things going on. Trent Williams, you know, he missed a lot of camp too, waiting on his money to come through, right? And so my thought process was they're going to start slow, man. You know, Super Bowl hangover, all of that plays a part in everything too. So I'm like, yeah, they're going to start slow. And the Jets coming in, I know they had a bunch of stuff, you know, offseason going on too. But, you know, at the same time, like you said, I'm high on the Jets. I'm high on Aaron Rodgers. I'm high on that team as a whole. And most importantly, I'm high on that defense, really high on that defense. So I thought it would be, you know, a perfect match for them to go in, send the early message to the league. We here. And the Niners said, nah, bro, we still here. They went in there and they sent the message, man. It's not much else I can say. You did say, you know, they beat up on Rodgers all the time. It happened again. They was able to get pressure on Rodgers when need be. You know, I thought Rodgers, he didn't play an amazing game. I mean, 13 and 21, 167 yards. Interception, I was tipped around and intercepted. You know, it wasn't a terrible one in my opinion. Aaron Rodgers is known for fitting the ball in tight spaces. It didn't work out for him that time because of the tip pass. I think the most alarming thing for me was the fact that they couldn't stop the Niners' run whatsoever. Like, at all. Like, Brock Purdy, he did his thing, bro. But Mason, the backup coming in for CMC, going for 147 and a touchdown, 5.2 yards a carry on that defense. That's what shocked me more than anything. Maybe, okay, Rodgers has an off day. I understand. I think I even predicted this is going to be a low-scoring game because I believe in both defenses. But the Niners came in there and ran the ball down their throat the whole game. And so I look at it like, look, the Niners are for real. The Jets, they got a new quarterback in there. He played his first game. It's a lot to take away from. It's a lot to learn from. I still think the connection between him and Garrett Wilson is going to be special. But all in all, you just went up against a better team week one at the end of the day. So I'm going to say bad game, bad performance. There were some bad signs, but I don't list the whole game as an overall bad sign. I just say bad performance. I think they'll be better going forward.
I'm going to agree with you. It was a bad performance. So I told you, you used the analogy first, and I kind of flipped on you. I said, hey, 3 things are true. They're always going to happen. Death, taxes, and the 49ers beating up on Aaron Rodgers. And that's what happened. But like you said, this says more about the 49ers. Like you said, Brandon Ayuk holding out. Trent Williams holding out. Ricky Purcell, right? Getting shot in the chest. He couldn't play. Christian McCaffrey out. So all the signs are pointing to, the Jets have an advantage. And then they came out with rhythm. That's what I like. They didn't miss a beat. First off the Super Bowl, they came out and dominated. Now, what I will say about the New York Jets, I did see a glimpse of hope for the New York Jets. That third drive, the first drive, drop pass by Lazard wide open. Second drive, Breece Hall fumbles. Okay. Third drive, that third drive when they scored, that was one of the better drives I've seen all week one.
Mm-hmm.
So like week one, we saw drives where there were big plays, or it was like a bad play, and then big play, bad play. This was like marching down the field, converting on third down consecutively, right? It was like going to your guy, Garrett Wilson. He was making good plays. Even Sauce Gardner made a good play on Brandon Ayuk early in the game. So you saw stuff there that's like, okay, this team is not going to be as bad as they were last year offensively. Like Aaron Rodgers is an upgrade. And they're playing in San Francisco, and they're playing in California. It was just a mismatch. But I just knew it was going to be a blowout. Now, the 49ers, with the running game and everything, I thought that was awesome with Trent Williams coming back, not being in training camp the whole time, and they didn't miss a beat, and that's scary for a lot of other teams. The 49ers ran the ball 38 times. They only ran the ball more than 38 times, 3 times all last year. So that's a heavy dose. And the time of possession, they just dominated the time of possession. So I would say, like Aaron Rodgers would say, relax. Mm-hmm. Relax. It's only week one. I want to throw in the towel if I'm a Jets fan.
Yeah, you can't. It's way too early. Like you said, it's week one. And they still got a promising future, man. It's just you went up against the NFC champs at the end of the day. You went up against the NFC champs. And that's just kind of how it is. Now, one could argue, it's a bad sign because these are the type of teams you got to beat in order to get to that, in that promised land. You might not be at 49ers over there in the NFC, but this one over there is few in the AFC you got to see. You got to see the Chiefs. You got to see the Ravens. You got to see, maybe Buffalo. Buffalo had a pretty good week too. So, you got to see other teams in your division and in the AFC to get to the promised land. But again, it's week one. So I'm giving everybody the benefit of the doubt. And it was Aaron Rodgers' first performance in over a year now.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So, like, Rodgers had great Aaron Rodgers moments. And then he had some moments where it's like, all right, maybe not. There was a poll put in the chat, in the Refuse to Lose chat. It's like, is Aaron Rodgers back? And I was like, man, right after the touchdown, yes. Stamp it, yes. And I kept on watching the game. I'm like,
I changed my vote.
I'm like, yeah, I don't know if he back just yet. Give him some time. I also noticed, and, this is something that you got to think about with him getting up there in age and him tearing out Achilles. That mobility is definitely not what it was. Now, maybe he's still got to get that confidence back. But Rodgers of before he tore his Achilles is moving around in that pocket a lot more than what we saw. I seen him try to do like that rollout. He took 2 steps and threw it away. Mm-hmm. I'm like, yeah, he ain't trying to do too much moving around. So that's, that's something you got to pay attention to. Also, one other thing, man, they were struggling to get that run game going, bro. Now, again.
Where?
This the Niners defensive line. So it's like you put a ton of stock into it. But at the same time, you gotta take into account who they went up against. The Niners was one of the best defenses in the league last year, and they probably gonna be one of the best defenses in the league again this year.
And they're healthy.
And they healthy, exactly. So that's why I say I gotta see a few more games against some other opponents before I can say these are bad signs, for the future when it comes to the Jets. But for right now, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. I want to see how they look when they play a contender again. But I think they'll have a few more games under their belt without playing as great as talent as the Niners, to the point where they'll be ready for that competition when it comes again.
Good measuring stick.
Good measuring stick. And they kind of low right now. But you got to build. We're going to probably talk about building a lot throughout this show. Speaking of building. These rookies, man. These rookies, Joe. How you feel about these building blocks that these rookies have put out there, man? First, I want to start with Jayden. The question of the day. I want your grade for Jayden Daniels' performance. I also want your grade for Caleb Williams' performance. I know how I feel about both performances. I watched both games. I know one guy I'm very high on. I'm like, another guy I'm pretty high on. I'm like, okay. But how you feel about your boy first off, and then how you feel about Caleb after week one?
I like that. All right. So let's talk about Jayden. Jayden, I gave him a C-. That's my grade for him. C-. Yes, because the pros to his performance, he was moving the chains. He was moving the chains. I would give him that. He was moving the chains. He looked confident out there. He looked like a running back. He already did. He was tucking and running every time he got a chance. But he looked confident. He looked poised. He didn't look rattled at all. He just did what he thought was best. And just if he saw an opening, he ran. And looked very elusive too. Like he looked very fast running. It looked nice. Like, okay, we got something now. We know if we get pressure, he can escape it. That's a good ability to have. So, but he was checked down a lot. And then press conference, I didn't see the all 22s. In the press conference, he said that that's what they were giving him. Now I'm going to watch everything tomorrow. Just all 22s for your boy too, AJ. For Jalen Hurts. I gotta see what he looking like behind the cameras. But basically, he said that's what they gave him, and he missed Terry twice. It was 2 deep balls. He missed Terry. The first one, Terry was being covered, but Terry's one of the best jump ball receivers in the NFL, right? He led the league two or 3 years ago in contested catches. So with Terry, you just got to throw it up if it's 1-on-1 and let him go get it. Shout out to Stephon Gilmore. He know what I'm talking about. Game-winning touchdown for the game. And the second one, fresh over halftime, first play, overthrows Terry McLaurin, wide open on the bomb. Now, I will say this. He got pressure a lot. Out of all the rookies, Jayden Daniels was pressured 38% of the time, which is the 7th highest out of all the quarterbacks in the NFL. And I thought he handled that well. He only got sacked once, and he got the ball out quick. It said the rookie quarterback average time to throw Jayden Daniels was 2.35 seconds. So he was getting the ball out quick also. I would say C-. Now, Caleb Williams, your boy. Now, Caleb was my boy too. I want us to draft Caleb. I think Caleb's going to be nice. Now, Caleb Williams, I gave him a D-. Look, I ain't give him an F. But I gave him a D- though. I didn't give him an F because he made some good throws. He really did. Now, Caleb Williams, man, he literally, I wish I had a picture. He looked like Rush Grossman. I'm sorry. Like, he looked like Rush Grossman. I forgot what game it was, but it was a game when the Bears were down 21-0, I believe, or 20-0, and literally the special teams, the defense won that game. Devin Hester ran a touchdown off the kick or the punt return to win the game. They had no offensive touchdowns, and they erased a 20-point deficit. That's exactly what happened in Chicago against Tennessee. He did nothing. He didn't even get them in field goal range. They got in field goal range, and he took them out by taking a 24-yard sack. So Caleb, see, he looks like Mahomes. Yes, he's flashy. He can throw on the run. He can when become a mess. He can make stuff happen. That's true. But here's the thing, AJ. Mahomes got Andy Reid. He has Andy Reid. Caleb don't have an Andy Reid. No, don't get me wrong. The run game wasn't on at all. Like Swift wasn't getting nothing going on. Like they wasn't running the ball enough. They could have run the ball more, I believe. But he missed some key throws. Like he missed Keenan Allen wide open on third down.
Mm-hmm.
Like I mean, we talking about Keenan Allen 5 yards ahead of the defender. He took a bad sack. Like I say, after he missed Keenan Allen, he hit Keenan Allen again to get the first down, and then took a bad sack to get out of the field goal range. Then he missed Kenny Allen one more time for a first down while being pressured, right? And your boy Rome, he missed them also on third down. Like, he was just throwing bad passes. But the defense carried on. He got the W. Hopefully that will give him some confidence. But I'll give Jayden a C-, and I'll give Caleb a D-.
I want to start with Caleb. I'm not going to say D-, but I'm going to say a D. I'm going to say a D. Only thing that's preventing me from saying an F, he didn't turn the ball over. It's the one thing I give him. At least you didn't go out there and throw a bunch of interceptions. At least you didn't go out there fumbling the ball. But, bro, he missed throw after throw after throw. Anytime you in the game and you got 93 yards and you throwing the ball 29 times, it's a problem. It's a problem. One thing I will say about him, the play calling didn't help much. I mean, you in the red zone, it's first and goal, and you throwing the ball 3 straight times. It's not ideal for a young quarterback. It's just not. I know he's the first overall pick. That's not ideal for a young quarterback in his very first game. I also don't like the fact that Swift only touched the ball 10 times in the game. I think you got to get Swift the ball a lot more within the offense. I say at least to start 10, I say probably 15 to 18 times a game, somewhere around in there, maybe closer to 20, you know what I mean, just to get the run game established, use some of that play action. I also didn't like the fact that you was in empty almost the whole game. Why you coming out in empty the whole game? They know you throwing the ball. It's just a matter of, are you throwing the screen or you throwing something else? But, like, we know you throwing the ball, you went empty every time. And the offensive line not good enough to be going empty too many times, bro. So he was under a lot of duress and a lot of pressure. But I still give him a D because of the expectations I have for him and the expectations I have for the team. You said it best, bro. Dog, the defense won the game. Special teams won the game. And to be real, the Titans just flat out crumbled, bro. 17-point lead, and Caleb didn't do nothing to dismiss that lead, bro. Like, absolutely nothing to dismiss that lead. And so you brought up the Keenan Allen play where he missed that. Keenan Allen had 5 yards on the nearest defender, and Caleb overthrew him by about 10 yards. Like, bro, reel it back. Reel it in. It's a lot of things that worked against him, but at the same time, bro, it was an unacceptable performance. And again, very first game, the jitters are there. We know he's the first overall pick. We understand that. But you got enough weapons to look better than what you look like. I picked him to win Offensive Rookie of the Year because of the weapons, mainly, if we being honest, because of the weapons he has at his disposal. Bro, you got to look better with them type of weapons. And you playing against a team that is not the Buccaneers, which is the perfect transition to your boy Jayden. I get Jayden a B-.
Real quick, AJ, before you go to Jayden,
Mm-hmm.
I just want to get Carter a shout out real quick. He did leave a super chat.
Okay.
He's been sitting here for like 10 minutes.
I got you.
So, like, you know, 199 super chat. We here, fellas. Time to tune in. AJ, Dalvin started. I think he's trying to say starting. Dalvin Cook.
Yeah.
Dalvin from the fantasy squad.
I got rid of him, bro. I got rid of him. I had to let him go. I think I ended up waiving him for somebody else I picked up. I got another player on the waiver wire I'm hoping I get. So stay tuned for that because I definitely took an L week 1, bro.
Oh, you did?
Man, shout out to Tomo, bro. I should have started, bro. I should have started Zeke. I I chose not to start Zeke, and it cost me an L, bro.
It cost me an L. I beat one. So you lost to a Cowboy, not beat a Cowboy.
Yeah, and I think if I would have started Brandon Cooks, if I'd have started the 2 Cowboys I have, I'd have won, bro. Probably. I got to go back and do the math on it. But
the Cowboys, you let them on the bench.
Bad man. They you know, them Cowboys, they backups. You know what I mean? But
and it's funny, see, they didn't even score. The 2 you had scored.
Man, you know what I'm saying? But I learned my lesson. I'm gonna give Zeke some tick. That's why Worm's trying to trade for him now. But
I want to hear
this. To your boy Jayden. I give Jayden a B- because for the most part, Jayden didn't do anything I didn't expect him to do. I knew he wasn't gonna get an A grade. I was just hoping it wouldn't be a C- and below. He did throw for 184 yards. He was 17-24. He did rush for another 88 and 2 touchdowns. Now, one thing I didn't like about Jayden's game is whether the pocket was breaking down or not, he was taking off. It did. The moment he saw a lane, I'm running every time. Instead of sitting back there, going through your progressions, or even looking at your first read, if I see a lane, I'm taking off every time. Some of that, again, is, Bo Nix definitely gets an F. He definitely failed the assignment. He definitely failed. Some of that, again, is rookie jitters. Like, I'm out there, I'm gonna just do what I know to do, which is, run. He knows the pass too, obviously, but right now, as a young rookie, I'm sure he's more confident in his ability to not fumble opposed to his ability to not throw an interception. And so I'm just like, look, I'm backing up in this pocket. I don't see nothing right away. I'm going to run. I also think the receivers, and again, I got to see y'all all 22 as well. From what I saw on the live broadcast, I thought y'all had a hard time creating a ton of separation. But y'all went up against a guy in Todd Bowles who's really good with mobile quarterbacks, bro. I've been saying this now for a while, most notably against Hurts. He got Hurts down. Like, he knows how to get to Jalen, bro. And I've seen him do it to other mobile quarterbacks. And I knew it going up into this matchup, bro, against a secondary that's pretty decent. A defensive line is pretty solid. And Baker on the other side, Baker was cooking, y'all. And I can't say nothing because he cooked us too.
Not like that.
Not like that. Not like that. He really baked y'all. Bro. Put the oven on 350.
I thought that was Patrick Mahomes back there. The way he was moving, avoiding a rush. Like, come on, man.
He was going crazy on y'all. So I think that put a lot of extra pressure on Jayden to go out there. Yeah. But one thing I like is he didn't seem like he was playing, he didn't seem like he tried to come out of his shell and be something that he's not. He's like, look, I'm gonna play it's the first game. I'm gonna do the best I can with what I have at my disposal. And I thought, especially if we compare it to Caleb, I thought he played a pretty decent game. I really do for his first game. Now, granted, going forward, sit in that pocket and go through your reads a little bit more. You're going forward, you ain't got to take off and run every time you hike the football. Going forward, you're not gonna play Todd Bowles. You're not gonna play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense every time. So we'll see how he continues to progress. But all in all, I'll give him a B-, bro. I don't think he had a bad performance. If I'm a Commander fan, I need to see more of him throwing the football from the pocket. Also, he threw the ball a lot on the run at LSU. I thought he could have thrown the ball a little bit more on the run, you know what I mean, in this football game. But again, I think head was down. Yeah. I'm running. I got to see him throw the ball on the run. I got to see him throw the ball a little bit more from the pocket. But at the same time, I won't say motivated. What's the word I'm looking for? Not convinced. I feel good. Let's just say that. I feel good about the potential. I think the potential's there, but he got to work off those rookie jitters right now.
Yeah, like you said, where he did the safest thing, which is run. That's a safe. I could run for these 10 yards. I could try to throw it. And it was one time he ran on the right side of the field. He had Zach Ertz right in front of him like this, and he just ran. So, and then, like you said, the defense didn't do him no favors. The kicker didn't do him no favors.
Yeah.
So really, I feel like out of all the rookies that played on Sunday, he had the toughest task, in my opinion. You look at Bo Nix. The Broncos defense played well against the Seahawks. Seahawks warmed up towards the end of the game. But early on, like, they got an interception and everything. And I look at, we just talked about the Bears. I mean, come on now. Everybody on the field did something except him, right? So,
literally.
So when I look at that, it's like Jayden, he was the whole offense. Even though it could have been expanded, he made it the whole offense because he didn't push the ball downfield. But I say C- because I feel like
you expect a lot from him.
Yeah, and like although the defense didn't play well, Terry McLaurin had one catch, and it was a screen pass, and that was the issue last year. Get Terry involved, just throw it. Like, that's one thing we talked about Justin Fields on R2L. Justin Fields, he made it his duty to give it to George Pickens. I'm gonna throw it to you, and then he got a flag and everything. I mean, I'm gonna just give you the chance. Like, come on. Like AJ Brown, good boy, just throw me the ball. I'm one-on-one, just give me a chance. And I feel like we didn't do that with Terry McLaurin yesterday. So, 2 days ago. But
those quarterbacks you brought up though, they got some experience though. Not only do they have some experience having some pretty decent games, they got some experience making mistakes too. You know what I mean? So it's like when you have that experience making mistakes, then it's like you know how to mentally get over a mistake that you made. All right, I just gave a receiver an opportunity. He wasn't able to come down with the football. You know, the other guys you mentioned, they can kind of move on from that because it's happened to them before. You know what I mean? It's happened. Okay, I can deal with this next play. Jayden first game, he like, man, I ain't trying to make no mistakes for real. Like,
Yeah.
and
he don't
again,
make mistakes.
exactly. And again, you know, Baker on the other end putting up points. So I'm gonna do what I know to do. Forget giving y'all a chance right now. You know, I think, bro, what's gonna help him is, oddly enough, that first fumble, that first interception is gonna loosen him up. When he make that first mistake and he see, all right, bro, it's still, I'm not gonna get benched. All right, I made a rookie mistake here. Okay. Then that's going to loosen him up a little bit. And I think he'll play a little bit more free and throw the football downfield a little bit more. But I think he needs to get that first mistake out of the way, bro. I think he needs to get that first one out of the way, and that'll loosen him up a little bit.
That's true. And I look at CJ Stroud, his first game. He lost 25-9, but he threw the ball 44 times and had 240 yards, which is not the best. He had that's 5 yards, 5.5 yards in the 10. That's low. And he had 63% percentage, no TDs, no interceptions, and got sacked 5 times. So he didn't have the best game either.
Yeah.
I remember that against the Ravens. But then after that, he turned up. He turned up after that. Got better. He didn't throw his first interception until like what, week 6?
Yeah.
So one thing Jayden said, he said his screen, when I heard it, I was like, oh man, all I think about Jalen Hurts. He said his screensaver is CJ Stroud's rookie season stats. That's his screensaver. So he can motivate him to beat those numbers. I'm like, oh man. But my dog different though. He a different type of guy.
Oh, really?
Hey, one thing I need to say is, can you tighten up your helmet, bro? Please. Tighten it up.
That mother was flying off like a bug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They asked him about it. He said he liked to wear it loose.
Nah, bro. Tighten that helmet, bro.
Tighten
that helmet, bro. Last thing you need
I look too
is,
cool, man. Come on.
bro, last thing you need is to get hit, your helmet fly off, and then you still running and you take a tackle with your helmet off. Last thing you want,
Exactly.
bro. You're not Jeremy Shockey. You know what I mean? Like, tighten it up. Tighten it up. Get it together, bro. I agree with you there.
Yeah, bro, I ain't get that. But speaking of your boy, Jalen Hurts, we got to talk about that. Man. So the Eagles played on Friday in Brazil. It was a little weird. You know, it was a little different. It didn't wear green in your jersey. I was confused, AJ. Y'all didn't wear green in your jerseys, but the coaching staff had green on it. I was like, what? I think I couldn't wear green. I was confused.
I
don't know.
That was a little confusing.
But say that last, but y'all played Green Bay. It was a home game, and y'all came out with the victory. It was a weird game, an odd game, back and forth, turnover for turnover. It was just odd. But how oddly it was, y'all came out with the victory 34-29. So, AJ, your boys, Jalen Hurts, man, 2 TDs, but he also had 2 interceptions and a fumble according to the stats, right? So, are you, like, concerned with Hurts right now?
So, I want to say this about Philly first as a team before I get to Hurts. I want to talk about Philly for like 2 minutes, and then I'm going to get to Jalen Hurts. I really love the resilience that I saw from this team. I really do. I know a lot of people looked at that game and said, this is the same Eagles team from last year. You just dropped Saquon Barkley in. They just found a way to win when they maybe shouldn't have won. But it's week 1. And I was watching the game with my boy, and he was like, man, it just feel like last year. And I'm like, bro, I feel you, but it's week 1. Nobody thought they was going to go out there and blow the Packers out. You shouldn't have. Coming off last year, coming off how the Packers played in the playoffs, they smoked Dallas. They almost beat San Fran. This is a team in the NFC. Some people was picking to go to the Super Bowl. And, you know, hey, we gave my boy Ant, we gave y'all some credit, though, bro. Hey, gave y'all some credit. And it was against your Commanders. That hurts, Joe. Hey, shout out to Baker. We talked off record. Baker balling for y'all. We talked about that, though. We talked about that. We've been there when it comes to cuts. We've been there. But it was the first game, And that's how I'm looking at it. Like it was the first game for the team as a whole. I did not expect them to come out and blow the Packers out. You got to get some of that bad juju out of your system from last season, given the way the season ended. You know, that's just how things go. I love what I saw from Saquon. I love what I saw from AJ and Devontae. I really liked what I saw from Beckham in this offensive line because I was nervous. I was a little nervous about the offensive line. You know, some bad snaps in there, but I'm not too worried about it. Not too worried about that. I think they will figure that out. And that's the things you got to build on as time goes on. And then defensively, bro, defense won us this game. Now, the offense put up some points. Don't get me wrong. But defensively, 2 big-time stops in the red zone, preventing them from getting touchdowns. They had to settle for field goals, and they only went up 6-0. And it really reminded me of when that same thing happened to us against San Francisco last year, where we was in the red zone twice, had to settle for 2 field goals, and then they came down and scored a touchdown. It's like when you look up and you 2 turnovers or whatever the case may be, offense ain't got it going, and they come out and they put up only 6 points. You like, hey, that's a win. We not down 14. We not even down 10. We down 6. We know we can score. And so I really like what I saw from Quinyon Mitchell. The boy looks special. The boy was all over the place. I'm just saying, you know, the defensive line got to get better. And Zach Baum went to my high school. The boy looked nice. The boy looked very nice. So shout out to him and the Kobe Dean. That was for you, Kev. Hurts. Last year, when Jalen Hurts had the season that he had, oddly enough, my concern level for Jalen Hurts, the player, and I want to put this on the scale. My concern for Jalen Hurts, the player, last season was at about a 5. It wasn't high because I felt like, you're coming off an all-pro season. You're coming off a Super Bowl run. A lot of them interceptions, a lot of those turnovers were honestly just weird, awkward bounces to my eye, all bias aside. Some of the interceptions, some of them was very fluky. I didn't see a ton of bad decisions. I didn't see a ton of that. I saw a lot of tip passes. I saw a lot of guys not making plays on the football like how they did the year before. Some of that I attribute to Jalen. A lot of that I was attributing to the receivers and great defensive plays. But going into this season, after hearing everything I heard in training camp, Jalen hasn't thrown an interception all camp. He only threw 1 interception all camp, and that was to Darius Slay, and you know he looks amazing. And I'm seeing footage. I'm like, my dog finna come out. He finna kill. And he comes out and throws 2 of the most despicable interceptions I've seen him throwing his whole career. And I kid you not, took my concern to start this season, which will probably at a 1 to start this season. I'm at about a 7. I'm not gonna lie. As much as I love, everybody knows me enough to know, or anybody that knows me well knows how big of a fan I am of Jalen Hurts. I'm a big Jalen Hurts fan. I'm an Eagles fan first, and Jalen Hurts right there. I'll rock with Jalen, but I wouldn't be me if I didn't keep it real. Bro, it's 3rd and 15. Joe, it's 3rd and 15. Your defense just got to stop, right? It's 0-0. You're in your own territory. Why are you launching the ball down the center of the field to Devontae Smith? First off, he's covered. You don't see 2 safeties. You don't see 2 safeties coming over double and triple team. It wasn't just a safety for X from the left. It was the other safety blanking on his name right now from the right. How you not see that, Jalen? You threw that ball practically in quadruple coverage, bro. One of them safeties was gonna get that pick. So I'm like, all right. Jalen, it was like his 3rd throw of the game, 2nd or 3rd pass of the game. Jalen, I'm gonna let you slide. Then you got the interception in the red zone. Similar situation. Jalen, we are up 5. We are up 5 points, Jalen. We are in the red zone. All we really need is 3, and I thought the game was over. You put up 3, bro. We up 8. I'm confident the defense been playing decent. We gave up a lot of points, but we was getting the necessary stops. First off, I saw the all 22 on the play. He didn't have to leave the pocket. He leaves the pocket, misses A.J. Brown. If he throws the ball probably 2 seconds earlier, A.J. Brown is wide open. But, of course, he waits. I don't know if he couldn't see over the top of the defender or what, but he waits too late. Throws it practically right to Jair Alexander, who's right there ready to make the play. It's like, bro, why are we playing hero ball? Make the smart play. It is 3rd and 13, bro. You have options. You have receivers. I know I'm going on for a while on this. Give me a second, though. You got Saquon. You got AJ. You got Devontae. You got Dallas Goedert. You got weapons everywhere, bro. Dump it down to one of these guys and let one of them make a play. We saw that time and time again throughout the game. You just dump it down to one of these guys and they just go make a play. On the last drive of the game, Devontae Smith did it twice. He's the smallest guy on the field. Literally on both sides of the ball, he's the smallest guy on the field. He went and made the play. That's all you got to do. Jalen is in a situation where if you need to be Superman, go ahead. But in most cases, bro, you don't have to, bro. All you got to do is game manage. Jalen has to get the turnover issue under control. He cannot continue to turn the ball over at this rate. And that's just me being real. That's just, if there's anything that's going to stop this offense, it's going to be him turning the ball over. You cannot turn the ball over at this rate, or it will stop us from getting to where we want to get to. Now, I do want to say this before I pass it to you. As bad as I just criticized Jalen, I did like the 2 touchdowns. I did like throwing the ball for 278 yards. One of the biggest problems last year is he couldn't handle the blitz. He was number 1 in the league after week 1 with handling the blitz with a 158.3 percentage. That's fantastic. Another issue he had, guys box him in the pocket, say you can't escape the pocket, you got to make throws from the pocket. Well, he ranked 5th when it came to the passer rating from the pocket, 116. Of all the players that played, all the quarterbacks that played in week 1. So he did some fantastic things. It's just these turnovers, bro. I can get over the ones you throwing up, and AJ Brown couldn't make the play. Devontae couldn't make the play. Dallas Goedert, Barkley couldn't make the play. But the bad decision interceptions, I can't live with those, bro. He got to be smarter. He got to be better. I still trust him. But if I'm being real, Joe, here on Unfazed, for all the people watching, and with myself, it's at a 7, bro. I don't want to see no turnovers for the next 3-4 weeks out of Jalen. And the last thing I'm going to say is this. I want to issue a challenge to the Philadelphia Eagles right here on Unfazed. It's a challenge. I know y'all not watching, or y'all might be. Who knows? But I want to issue y'all a challenge. Did you watch the Dallas Cowboys? Did you watch how they just dismissed of a team that didn't belong with them on the football field? Did you watch that? Did you watch the 49ers? How they just dismissed of a team that I think is going to be dang good. Dismissed of them boys. I want to see some dominance this year. I don't want to see, we just barely beat this team. We just barely. No, I know it's building blocks and it takes time to get that chemistry down. I want to see some dominance. I want to see some 30 to 10s. I want to see some 40 to 20s. I want to see y'all come out and display the type of dominance that we all know y'all can do, because these close games ain't it when you this talented. It's just not it. So those are my takes on Jalen and the Eagles right now. I'm happy it sounds like I ain't happy we got the win. I'm very happy we got the win. We beat a really good team. But obviously I have extremely high expectations for Jalen. I said he was going to be all pro again. I'm not jumping off that ship yet. Not jumping off. I said the Eagles are going to win the Super Bowl. I'm not jumping off that ship either. But Jalen, you got to fix these turnover issues, bro. Got to fix them.
All right. Man. Hell on your chest, I see.
I had to. I was waiting for this moment. Bro.
All right. Before I go, I want you to answer this question. I feel like Teddy made a statement. He said, I feel like, shout out to Teddy, Mr. BWT, Baseball with Teddy. Check out his YouTube channel. I feel like the amount of stars he has is forcing him to try to get them the ball. What do you think about that comment?
There are different ways to get stars to football. Number one, I would say this. None of those stars should feel any type of way if they're not getting the ball for a particular game. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith had record-breaking years. The year we went to the Super Bowl. Guess what, Joe? They went home sad because we lost the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Jalen Hurts, record-breaking season for him. Went home sad. He lost the Super Bowl. Same thing with Dallas Goedert. Great season, lost the Super Bowl. Saquon Barkley coming from a system he wasn't doing nothing in as far as winning. So that's the first thing. Y'all shouldn't be of the mindset, I got to touch the ball every single game. That should take some of the pressure off Hurts. But the second thing I want to say is there are different ways to get the ball to these guys. You ain't got to drop back on 3rd and 15 and throw it to them in triple-double coverage to get them the ball, bro. You ain't got to do that, bro. The halfback screen is there. The receiver screen is there. The AJ Brown slant across the middle of the field is there. The Devontae Smith drag route, bro, it's easy. Quick little 5 yards, go do something with it, and all of them have the ability to do something with it, bro. All of them have the ability to do it. So I don't think he should feel that pressure because of the two things I just mentioned. Get them the ball and let them do the work. Let them do the rest. I saw something, I think Kev said this. So shout out to Kev. If it was Kev, if it was somebody else, call me out on it. I would say this, bro. All he got to do is be John Stockton. All he got to do is be Chris Paul, Steve Nash, floor general. Here's the ball. Go do something with it. Go down there in the paint. Go do something with it. You got KD, Bron, Steph, and Kawhi on one team. Here you go. Go do something. And every now and then when you need to shoot, take off and run. Take off and run. Come on. And you got Kellen. Kellen looked good as well. So that's what I had to say about that.
Well said. Should you be concerned? I have a little concern. The reason why I would say you shouldn't be overly concerned because you watched the same player get to the Super Bowl and play well against the Chiefs. We saw that. All right. Now, my level of concern for Jalen Hurts is the system y'all are in. Y'all are in more of a drop back pass type system. This system doesn't really fully fit Jalen Hurts' play style. It doesn't. And Jalen Hurts, what y'all accused Brock Purdy for last year, that's what Jalen Hurts looked like. A system quarterback. A lot of the completions he had that game against Green Bay, where you can tell it was pre-snap, this is where I'm going. Kellen Moore is like, okay, Saquon is going to wheel through the lineman. He's going to take a real route. I want you to hit Saquon for the touchdown. Right, AJ Brown going to be one of the back. I want you to hit AJ Brown. I feel like everything that he had, he didn't have to improvise at all. So, but I will give him the credit for the blitz thing you said. Like he got pressure. He handled the blitz well, better than anybody in the NFL on week 1. But he did look like a Brock Purdy type quarterback. Where everybody accused Brock Purdy. I don't think Brock Purdy is like that, but people accuse Brock Purdy being a system quarterback. That's how he looked. And one thing I noticed about Jalen Hurts from not just this year, last year, and the year before that, he don't like throwing the ball in the middle. Everything's in the outside. He threw the ball 4 times in the middle, AJ, the whole game. 4 times. And 2 of them he got picked off. He was 1 for 4 from passes in the middle, 10 yards or more. 10 yards or more. Like he'll throw like a short pass in the middle. But I'm talking about 10 yards or more.
I got you.
1 for 4 in that field. So that's my only concern. Is the fact that Kellen Moore is going to drop him back consistently. I think that as the season goes, he get to know Jalen a little bit more, which he should know Jalen because you got to watch film when you're offensive coordinator of your players. But create the system, create the system more for Jalen Hurts versus Dak Prescott. Like it's literally a drop back system. He's dropping back every time. You know, I need to be in the pistol more often, right? And the turnovers, like they're so bad. And even, oh my gosh, AJ, the almost fumble at the end of the game. I don't know, you almost had a heart attack. And I thought it was a center again, but that was on Hurts. The ball was in his hand and he dropped it. I don't know what's going on. And then the last interception he had, you didn't bring this up. He almost threw a pick 6. Dog. Why are we being this aggressive?
He almost threw 2. He almost threw one to Jair that AJ Brown had to bat down. Then there was another one on the opposite end. You forgot about that one. There was another one on the opposite end. He almost threw 4 picks, bro. That's why, I pride myself on being honest on these shows, especially on Unfazed. I was nervous, bro. I thought he was gonna give him another one, bro. I was like, yo, give it to Saquon. Hurts on he on some other. And listen, bro. The last drive of the game, he did throw some dots. He did extend plays. He is a big part of the reason why they won the game too. He had a great last drive, bro. But dog, I think Jalen Hurts can play in the drop back system. I do. I think he's not gonna have a choice. You want to know why, bro? Because if you watched when they tried to run the read option, it wasn't working, bro. Packers was sitting on that. Anytime Hurts pulled, he had to slide. He probably did that, I don't know, 2, 3 times, 4 times. anytime he tried to go for the fake and pull, they got him. He was down. I'm like, either he then lost some speed, which I doubt because they said he was super quick in training camp, or teams know exactly how to game plan for it now, and they shutting it down. So you ain't got no choice. If you handing that ball off or you dropping back and throwing. And
he don't look as athletic. He don't look too athletic.
At least now some of that too slippery field, maybe. I want to see how it continues to look. Because there was some plays he did look kind of, he did look quick to me. But it just feels like teams, they ain't lying when they say, this is why I say when the NFL get that tape on you, bro, teams got the book on Jalen. You could tell after the All-Pro season, they was studying. Nah, you're not finna run for 150 yards again. No, you're not finna throw for 318 again. No, you're not finna just get the same route to A.J. Brown down the field or the same route. Like, you could tell teams was studying. And now, again, they trying to hit him where his weaknesses are in the blitz and keeping him in the pocket, which is why I give him credit for the stuff that he improved on, which is why that concern ain't a 10, but it's a 7 because he had 20 turnovers just last year, bro.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Like, come on, bro. You just had 20. That's why I'm like, how you come into this game and throw 2 and almost throw 4? Bro, bro.
And a
almost
fumble.
lost my mind. And the fumble. Almost lost my mind, bro. Jalen got to be better. Simple and plain. And I think he will be. I definitely think he will be. But, boy, he better be.
Now,
he better be.
I will say this. You said the book is out on Jalen. The book is out is some 50% or more of his dropbacks. The Packers didn't do that. The Packers got 16 pressures and 39 dropbacks. So they didn't really pressure him like the numbers say you need to pressure Jalen Hurts. Because when he's pressured 50% or more, he's bad. He's terrible. So the real test hasn't came yet, in my opinion, when it comes to Jalen Hurts. And lastly, that interception he threw to Jair, that could have been fire because A.J. Brown was getting the best out of him the whole game. And you just refueled him by throwing that interception. Now, he was not smart by running it out. He should have just took a knee and just and got to the 30, but he ran out and put him in bad field position. And lastly, sorry, I want to say this too. Q Mitch, he played good.
Yeah.
But I do want to say he gave up 2 big plays to Jalen Reed in the fourth quarter. 2.
He did.
And the first one is him being a little sneaky. He was looking in the backfield.
Eyes in the backfield.
Eyes in the backfield, got caught. And then at the end of the game, when J Love put them in good position to get a good another play, he gave up that pass. So, but overall, he played good.
Overall, Jalen, I went on that rant. I still believe in you, my brother. But I gotta be real, bro. I gotta be real, dog. You scaring me, bro. My guy, the Eagles fan sitting right next to me, he was like, bro, I'm starting to fear that this is who Jalen is becoming, bro. Legit. He was never like this before, but now he seemed like he just be giving the ball up. And I'm like, bro, don't say that out loud. How dare you? How dare you? But I'm curious to see him. This is building blocks. Brazil, where it filled. That second pick he threw to Jair, actually, A.J. Brown was open and he slipped too. So I do want to, when you see the all-22, you see how he slipped. A.J. maybe goes up, high points that ball, or maybe it's an incomplete pass at that point. But that don't excuse the other 2 interceptions you almost threw, bro. So I'm confident he gonna right his wrongs. We got some teams coming up. We should smoke. But I'm watching, bro.
He really looked like I want to say a liability. I'm not gonna say that, but out of all y'all weapons, he looked like the weak link. I'm telling you, bro. Like you said, he made some good plays and stuff like that, but the run game wasn't on either, though. Saquon wasn't getting the run game wasn't hitting either.
Well, not right away. He got it going though. We saw him get it going. Though.
He got good chunks, but it was a lot of times they got hit behind the line of scrimmage. A lot of times.
That's very true. True.
I was surprised, but offensive line did good. I felt like in the passing game. So
that's fair. But staying on the NFC, man. I know we just went on that. I just went on that rant for a minute. I'm glad. I'm thankful for this space to get that off. I needed to get that off my chest, bro. Talking about the NFC though, man. We saw some solid wins. Even though I just went in on the Eagles, you beat a pretty good team in the Green Bay Packers. I'll take the win. I didn't think it would be a blowout. I'll take the win. You got to win over the Green Bay Packers in Brazil. You start off 1-0. The Dallas Cowboys also got a win over the Cleveland Browns. I predicted they lose that game. I don't know. I think you did as well. We both thought they lose that game. They got a win over the Cleveland Browns. We saw the Lions get a big-time win over the Rams in overtime, just last night. Big-time win there. Then, obviously, we saw what San Fran did to – or not last night, but we saw what San Fran did to the Jets. So, that being said, Joe, of all the NFC teams, who do you think – the NFC contenders, I would say.
Contenders, yeah.
Out of all the contenders in the NFC, who do you think had the biggest win and maybe made the biggest statement in week 1?
The 49ers. The 49ers made the biggest statement. The 49ers were the unhealthy team. The Jets were the healthy team. I look at the Cowboys. They didn't have Nick Chubb over there. But I'm not going to take nothing away from them. They had a good game. The Cowboys, the offense didn't look too good to me. They didn't look too good. They had moments, but that Browns defense played really well. Deshaun was just horrible. I look at y'all. We just talked about y'all. It's some issues right there. But the 49ers, without their best player, Christian McCaffrey, their backup comes in and get 147 rushing yards. They score on 8 straight possessions. Are you serious? On that defense? Now, I saw Reed there. I saw Sauce there. I saw Williams there. They had a squad there. And this is after the Jets had a really good drive. I mean, I said about to call him Brett Favre. Aaron Rodgers go down, him and Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall go on that drive. And then the whole world, I bet you, was like, uh-oh. Score, field goal, score. So I was telling Dave this earlier that the 49ers proved that they are still the team to beat in the NFC. They are. I know it's only week 1, but they literally picked up where they left off. We're talking about a team who had 2 players that was holding out, 1 player gets shot, and their best player not playing, and you could have never tell that none of that stuff happened, how they played last night. I mean, against a really good defense. This is an elite defense. Like, we all high on the defense. Now, don't get me wrong, Hassan Reddick is not there. He was missed because they were not getting no pressure on Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy played well. He made some key throws. And this is on top of Brandon Ayuk. Like, it was some drop passes over there too. It was some rustiness. You saw that, and they still dominated. And the kicker was awesome also. So I would say the 49ers had the best, most dominant performance, the biggest statement win of the week. And we agree.
We do agree. The Niners, I think, not only had the biggest win in the NFC, I think they had the biggest win in the NFL, bro. Yeah. I think they let the NFL know, even through a couple of Ayuk drops and a couple of bad moments that they had, even without CMC, they probably maybe their best player. You know, you can make the argument for Trent as well, but and you can make the argument for Purdy too, the way he's been playing. So far, last season and so far this season. I'll just say their best player because he just won Offensive Player of the Year. Them boys went out there and stumped out a team. Again, I'm still extremely high on. I think the Jets have their own issues as well that we already kind of highlighted when it comes to stopping the run and things of that nature and Rodgers not being as mobile, right? But, the Niners, again, was missing CMC, and it didn't look like it. The run game was special. The pass game was special. The defense, bro. One thing I can't stand the Niners, bro. One thing I'll say about them, bro, they physical. Bro, when you play the Niners, you're going to feel the Niners. You're going to feel them. They're going to hit you. They're going to run through you. They're going to jump over you. That's the Niners football. You feel them all game long, bro. And so I think it's easily them, but I do, as much as I hate to do this, bro, I want to give Dallas some love, bro. Mm-hmm. I want to give Dallas some love because I think, babe, close the door. I want to give them some love because as much as we get on them for you just beat up on these teams that you're better than, and you do the same thing every year. Man, Sunday I had to sit back and I had to say to myself, first off, I picked the Browns to win. Mm-hmm. But second off, man, they doing this on the road. They doing this on the road. This ain't in Dallas. They taking punts back to the crib. Dak didn't play incredibly well, but he played well enough. Zeke looked real young. I should have started him in fantasy. The defense was getting stop after stop. Now, I also want to say I'm done with Deshaun Watson. The off-the-field stuff is the off-the-field stuff. Crazy. On the field, I'm done with Deshaun. I've seen enough. I've seen enough, bro. He is whatever happened in the year that he missed football, he's done. He's cooked. It's over. It's over, bro. It's not coming back, bro. I lost all faith in him in that day. But I will say the Dallas Cowboys defense made it pretty obvious to me. The pressure they was able to create, you know, the separation that the receivers weren't able to create against the Dallas Cowboys DB without Deron Bland in the lineup. I don't know his name. 21 was out there playing very well. They backup that came in for Deron Bland. I'll give him credit where it's due. Now, I don't think I'm going to have to do this too much. But for now, I would say they're a close second to the most impressive win in the NFC, bro. Because I really thought they was going to lose. And they came out similar to the Niners. They dominated, bro. I gotta give them credit where it's due. It's the respectful thing to do. And then I think Philly gets some love too, bro. I think you beat a team a lot of people are thinking are going to go to the Super Bowl. So I'll give you credit. It didn't look exactly the way I wanted it to look, but in Brazil, 10-hour flight there and back. Yeah. You know, a lot of things going to that, man. In a whole nother country, you played well enough to get a win. I give you credit for that, but. The Niners easily head and shoulders the team to beat. Not only, well, I won't say in the league because I won't disrespect the Chiefs, so we're going to talk about in a hot second. But the Niners, number one right now, NFC. Then I have to give it to Dallas. They had a very impressive win to me. Then I have to go Philly. Then I probably go Detroit after that.
Yeah. See, I don't think there's a close second.
No, I don't think it's close. I don't think it's close, but I'm giving Dallas. If there's a second, I'm saying I think Dallas takes that second spot.
I will say Dallas will be second because they dominated also. Like Detroit didn't dominate and Philly didn't dominate. They were both close games. But and Dallas didn't turn the ball over either. Excuse me. So, but my thing with the Dallas game, I felt like the offense wasn't great. I felt like they had two good drives. And after those they had one good drive, was the one when he threw it to Brandon Cooks for a touchdown, and the other drive when they ran it with Zeke for a touchdown. But outside of that, they were not moving the ball. They were not getting no first down. They were 4 from 14 on third down efficiency. The Browns defense held CeeDee Lamb in check. CeeDee Lamb had one big play, and after that, he really didn't do much. And I feel like the Browns defense did a good job. Deshaun Watson was just horrible. Now, they were missing the right guard and the right tackle. Was diminished. They were in the backfield. And then you got Parts on the other side. Like, no matter who you put on Parts, he's going to get by. So he was doomed. But his vision is ugly. He can't see the field. And his accuracy is terrible. I should have looked at the numbers. I know they're terrible. Matter of fact, the score was 30-10, right? With 1 minute left. And I saw a stat. 30-10, 1 minute left in the third quarter. It said 50% of the Browns plays went for 0 yards or negative yards. 50%. That's crazy, bro. That's terrible. He had Amari Cooper wide open on the fourth down, wide open in the middle of the field. He can get sacked. I'm like, dog, what's going on? Amari rolling his eyes and everything. So, just like you said, Deshaun Watson, I'm done. I don't care how much money he's getting paid. Put Jameis Winston in the game.
Yeah,
if he has another performance like this, like I'm gonna say the Giants, they play the Giants in week 3. If they can't lose to the Giants because of him, I would put Jameis Winston in the game because that's a great defense they are wasting. And like I said, the Detroit Lions and y'all played 2 close games, so I want to say y'all are a high contender. I think the 49ers in their own class. Their game was like dominant both sides of the field.
I give them that. I will say though, my Eagles will build and will draw near. That's what I will say, bro. It's a process, and one thing I will say is you don't want to peak too early. You don't want to peak too early in this game. You know what I mean? So I respect getting it out the mud the first game of the season. I respect that. 2022, we won 38-35 against Detroit, and it was before Detroit became what they are right now. And so I respect getting it out of the mud first game, but that's why I issued that challenge going forward, though, because these football players, bro, they watching other teams in the NFC. they watching other teams in the NFC. They are watching what Dallas is doing. They are watching what the Niners is doing. And no matter how it looked, they won 33-10 or 33-17. Dallas, that is. No matter how it looked, the Niners did come out and dominate the Jets. You don't have the type of talent you have on that roster, and multiple guys not coming to your team leaders being like, "Hey, bro, y'all seen what? Let's go do the same thing. We need to also insert, bro. Give me one quick second, bro. I want to see because I took a peek at this earlier. I want to make sure I got this right. We got the Falcons who look suspect week 1, to my eye. We got the Saints who I'm not sold on. We got the Bucks. I respect the Bucks. And we got the Browns and the Giants. They need to dismiss the Falcons. They need to smoke the Saints.
Well,
I can see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers game being a little close. They need to get the Browns up out of there too. If Watson is still the starter, it can look different if he's not the starter. And I feel the same way about the Giants. I need to see domination going forward.
But the Falcons ain't look good because they're TJ Watt. Y'all don't got a TJ Watt. So
that's true. But just in general, though, like I
don't
like
know,
how
AJ.
I don't like how they looked. And we have Kirk Cousins. We normally handle Kirk. So,
y'all do, and this Monday night too. You right about that. But watching that game, TJ Watt wreaked havoc that whole game. He had no time. He's
definitely a monster.
So
that's fair.
You know,
I still want domination though. I still want them to dominate because I think they can. I think they can, bro.
And the Saints, I don't know. They play the Panthers, so we can't. I can't.
That's why. I'm not sold. Yeah, I'm not sold.
Yeah, but lastly, man, the Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. We saw what happened on Thursday. Your boy, 2 touchdowns. My boy from Texas, I would say, Xavier Worthy. 2 touchdowns or 2 touches, 1 rushing touchdown and 1 of a blown coverage. But the speed is there. We saw it. And you kind of brought this question up, and I thought it was a real good question. All right. Will this Chiefs team get some of that groove back like when they had Tyreek Hill, like that explosive offense they had when they had Tyreek Hill? And we're going to have you, since you're a familiar opponent to the Chiefs in the big stage, in the big game. You know, when the year after Tyreek Hill left, matter of fact. So, what you think? You think it could get back to that?
I don't think it's going to get back to that specifically. I'm interested in seeing how it looks when they get Hollywood Brown back. That just adds more speed to this offense. But if they don't surpass that level of production, they're gonna get real close, bruh. The same stuff I said about the Niners is some of the same stuff I could say about Kansas City. These 2 teams look like the cream of the crop of the NFL still, bro. The Chiefs, the reason why this question came to mind, Joe, is because I said, is this team a little better than that team when they had Tyreek Hill? You got to think about it. Patrick Mahomes is a better, in my eyes, to my eye, he's a better, more developed quarterback than he was back then. Even he said himself, I didn't know defenses like how I know defenses now. I was just kind of learning the game. Now I really kind of know what's really going on. I'm just now being able to figure out what's going on, behind the line of scrimmage now. At first, I was just playing ball. Now I really know what's going on. So you got that going for you. You have a new and improved Patrick Mahomes, which we didn't think was possible. But we got a better version of Patrick Mahomes. You still have Andy Reid. Travis Kelce, not quite what he was, but Travis Kelce is Travis Kelce. You got Rice. And you got Pacheco to hand the ball off to. And this young man, Xavier Worthy, bro, he giving, like you said in the banner, he looking like Tyreek Hill out there so far. The man got the speed. I know Carl likes to talk about his hands. Other people, not just Carl, like to talk about how he drops passes. He ain't dropped one that first game. The boy can move, and the thing about him is he's still a rookie, and so defenses are going to look to game plan against Pacheco and against Travis Kelce and against Rice before they think the game plan against him right now because he's a rookie. So he might get some coverages that he's not going to get later on down the line. You know what I mean? Because he's a rookie. We got to worry about these other guys right now, right? And so that gives him more of an opportunity to shine and go crazy in his offense, bro. And so I'm looking at it, man. It makes you nervous. He had 2 targets. One of them he scored a touchdown on. The second one was a pitch he scored a touchdown on. Now, if I'm missing a pass in there, if that's what you mean, I might be missing a pass in there. But, bruh, it's no shot at the Ravens, bro. You know that. You know that. You know where I got the Ravens going, bro. I'm just saying, given what I've seen in this offense, and keep in mind, Joe, what we said to start the season, Patrick Mahomes didn't have a great year last year. This offense didn't have a great year last year. To my eye, this defense carried them last year. And so now, coming into this season, coming off of an off year, well, now you got more speed on the outside. Oh, my goodness. And Pat looking for redemption and looking hungry, and they going for a three-peat. And I think if they don't surpass what they did with Tyreek Hill, they're going to get real close. And the last thing I'll say before I pitch it to you, this defense, bro, this defense is different than it was back then. This defense is opportunistic. They force turnovers. They get stops. Spagnuolo is one of the best defensive coordinators in the game, and it ain't close. It's not close. He's like Kyle Shanahan, but he delivers on a big day. Like, it's ridiculous what he's able to do on the defensive side of the ball. So you got a defense that's getting stops, opportunistic, forcing turnovers, and getting the ball back to this explosive offense, bro. The Chiefs are a juggernaut, bro. The Chiefs are a juggernaut, bro. And I didn't see not a single team in the AFC that I'm like, ooh, they got to worry about this team. I didn't see not one team out there, bro, that I'm like, ooh, they really going. The Ravens played them tough, obviously. And this is week 1. But if we just going off week 1, I think the vibe is there for them to be what they was, if not maybe a little better. I'm swaying on this take, bro. I'm swaying on it a little bit. They might be just as good. They might be a little better. They might be just below. I don't know, but they gonna be in that vicinity, which is why I brought this question up.
Now, based on the Ravens game, I don't think they're there yet. I feel like the Ravens had a lot of mistakes and still almost won that game. So I think that game was more so on the Ravens not being prepared. They had all those bad penalties. It was a sloppy game for the Ravens, and they almost won that game. But do I think that they can get the Tyreek vibes back, that explosive offense? Yeah. Do you remember my prediction? I said Mahomes 5K.
You did.
I said that 5K. He throwing for 5K this year, and Hollywood Brown ain't show up yet. So it's not just Xavier Worthy. It's like you said, it's a combination of Worthy, Rice, and Hollywood Brown. I mean, we saw Rice. He was eating them. He was eating that middle up in the slot. And then Xavier Worthy, the deep threat. When they play teams like, I don't know what they're in the schedule, but you know, the Panthers, teams like that, I can see them scoring like 45, like going crazy, right, in one game and upping their numbers up. But like you said, Mahomes is a much better quarterback. When he won his first MVP, he didn't know how to read defenses. And remember that year after the MVP year, he was running cover 2. I cover 2. They was running man with the two deep safeties, and they just didn't let you go over top. They want you to settle for everything underneath, and he wasn't patient enough, and he would try to force passes. And then he started the season with like 7 picks in like the first 4 games. I remember that. He lost to the Bills. I think he lost to the Bengals that year. And then he hit the switch that year and went crazy. Beat the Cowboys that year too, by the way. Went crazy and then went to the LC Championship game. So I will say, yes, I think Mahomes is going to throw 5,000 yards. I got Mahomes going to throw over 40 touchdowns. And I feel like I say he's going to win MVP this year. That was my prediction. So, yes, I think he will get that right back. And by the way, although Xavier Worthy drop passes, so does Tyreek Hill. I just want to put that out there.
That's very fair. He does drop some passes. Maybe not at the same clip, but he does drop some passes. And we got to also keep in mind, bro, the Ravens are one of the best defenses in the league, too.
They are.
You know what I mean? And so they was able to do what they did first week of the season against one of the best defenses in the league. Like, that says something, too. They ain't playing the Ravens every week. They might not see a defense as talented as the Ravens the rest of the season. Now, I know you high on them Raiders. We'll say that for another episode. We're gonna say that for another episode. We gonna touch on the Raiders. All right? We ain't gonna forget about the Raiders. You best hope they look a little better next week. All right, we gonna touch on them. But for this week, they not gonna.
Yes, but go ahead. My bad. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, they did. I ain't gonna lie.
But they played a better opponent though.
They did. But You know, I say all that to say they're not going to play a defense as talented as the Ravens every single week. So, you know, we will see how they look going forward. But I say judging off week 1 because I see the potential. I see the potential. We all seen him take that handoff and not get touched.
Yeah, he was gone.
He looked like one of the fastest dudes in the league instantly. I'm like, yo, I'm at the crib.
Fastest 40 in history.
Bro, I'm at the crib. You know how I watch games, Joe. As a fan of a team that I have Super Bowl hopes for, I'm watching the whole league. Who could be a challenge? Who could be a team we got to worry about later on down the line? I'm thinking about that at all times, bro. And I'm watching the Chiefs because obviously they're the defending champs, and the Ravens, even though they're in the AFC, they're teams you think about, right? And I see Worthy take that ball, sprint to the end zone. I'm just like, oh, man, can we play tomorrow? And we did, but it's like, can we play like right now? Like, oh, man, here we go. Here we go. You know what I mean? So I see the potential, and I see and that's another thing, bro. These young players, they get that confidence too, bro. They get that confidence. Patrick Mahomes gonna get him the ball, bro.
Yes.
You ain't got to create a ton of separation. He gonna get you the ball. So you ain't got to worry about a quarterback not getting you the football, not hitting you when you wide open. It could get ugly, and it could get ugly very soon for the rest of the league. Andy Reid, one of the best ever at dialing them up, bro. I see the potential. I definitely see the potential.
And on top of that, Andy Reid
running like the wind. Definitely out there running like the wind, J-Mo.
And they got Andy Reid calling the plays, man. It's gonna be beautiful to watch. It is gonna be some great explosive plays from this Kansas City Chiefs. And Mahomes he's gonna win MVP. Redemption here. MVP, Mahomes.
We both said that. We both made that prediction.
I know you said Hurts gonna be a close second, but with them turnovers, I don't know.
Man, he got to clean it up, bro. 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 Bro, he gonna win. Jalen, he gonna win. He gonna win some games, and kudos to him for that. You know what I mean? But you know, I also see this. I mean, hey, Howie's the man. Howie's the man. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna, you know. I seen the record though. They dropped the record. They said, or I seen Shady say he 11-3 against playoff teams right now. So since 2022 Hurts.
Oh, you know, Nick Sirianni got the highest win.
Highest win percentage of anybody in the league since he became a starter. I mean, the winning formula is there, bro. But we gotta manage it. If we can get the turnovers down, I think we could really be dominant. We could be dominant.
Of course, y'all got a squad. Like y'all supposed to be good. So, we'll see. It's a long season. Well, yes, if we stay as long when it's week 1, then get to week 15, like, dang, where the season go?
Right. I agree. Definitely.
Hey, listen, y'all, it's the 3rd episode of Unfazed. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I had a great time. What about you, AJ? You enjoyed it?
I had an amazing time, man. I was able to get my venting session out. You know what I'm saying?
First rant of Unfazed?
The first rant of Unfazed, man. I had to do it. it was sitting on me, bro. I'm gonna wait.
I thought it was gonna be me. I thought I was gonna do that, but you be my guest.
Man, I had to get it out, man. So yeah, but I feel relieved. I feel lighter on my feet now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure y'all watch that presidential debate. If y'all haven't, I got a recording. So as soon as we get done, I'm rushing over there to see what they're talking about. But I'm feeling good. I'm looking forward to this next slate of games. I also want to point out before we get off the air, Joe, looking pretty good on the pickup. I just want to say.
I ain't going to do that right now, too.
Well, the first game ain't yet. The first game is Thursday. Oh, we are supposed to pick a few games. Yeah, that's right.
Okay, we gotta do this live and handy. Here we go.
Yeah, we got to real quick.
Right now, AJ is winning. He is 11-6, right? 11-5. 11-5. You took an L with the Jets. So 11-5.
Yep.
And I'm what? 7.
I thought you was like. Oh no, you might be like 7-8 now.
Yeah, I picked the 49ers, so they helped me out. Hey, you know, behind the scenes, y'all, AJ was bragging a little bit. I was like, what's this one? You know what I mean?
I almost put it in the chat. So I was like, I ain't gonna do you like that, bro. I ain't gonna do you like that.
AJ's 11-5. I'm 7-9.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm 7-9. So we're gonna make our picks right now. Let's do it right now. So
all right. I'm trying to get it up real quick on my end.
So I'm gonna just pull the schedule, and then
we can just do that. Yeah, we can do that. Let's do that.
and then we're gonna just do all of them right now. Let's do all of them. We're gonna just do them real quick.
All right, bet.
Oh man, I ain't got my sheet with me. Okay, it's off the top right here. Okay,
We gonna remember our picks.
so Bills, Dolphins.
Bills, Dolphins. I got Dolphins.
Dolphins at home. I think I picked the Bills to win this one. Bills. All right. Giants, Commanders. Commanders at home.
I got Commanders.
Good. You picked the Bucks first week one?
Yes, I did.
Good. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Saints at Cowboys. I got Cowboys.
I got Dallas as well.
All right. We got the Buccaneers at Lions. I think I picked the Lions.
At Detroit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rock with the Bucks. I'm gonna rock with the Bucks.
All right. I think I picked the Lions. So we'll see. Colts at Packers. I'm going with the Colts because no Jordan Love.
I gotta go with the Colts as well. No, that's Lincoln Financial, my boy J-Mo. That's Lincoln Financial, man. We getting back there this Monday, man. Getting back there Monday.
And we got Jets at Titans. I'm going with
You said Jets or Jags?
Jets.
Okay,
Jets.
Jets.
Yes, at Titans.
Jets.
I'm going with the Jets. 49ers at Vikings. I'm going with the 49ers.
Niners.
Seahawks at Patriots. I'm going with the Patriots.
I'm gonna go with Seattle.
Okay. Chargers at Panthers. Chargers. I don't think I would ever pick the Panthers somewhere.
Never.
All right. Browns at Jaguars. I'm going with the Jaguars.
I'm going with Jacksonville too. Like I said, I'm done with Deshaun. I'm done with Deshaun.
Raiders at Ravens. I'm going with the
Ravens.
Ravens. Rams at Cardinals. I'm picking the Cardinals to win this game.
Rams at Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with the Rams.
Steelers at Broncos. I'm going with the Steelers. Bengals at Chiefs. I'm going with the Bengals.
Ooh, I'm wanting to pick that upset too. I'm going with the Bengals as well.
Okay.
The Bengals as well.
Bears at Texans.
I'm gonna pick the Bears.
Okay. All right. And Falcons at Eagles Monday night.
Flag was fly. Gotta go with Philly.
Oh yeah. By the way, the Bears and Texans is Sunday night, and Thursday night is the Bills and Dolphins.
Yep.
All right, we got our picks in. So, hey, listen, man, great show. My last words would be, hey, listen, man, shout out to the whole Refuse to Lose family. Shout out to the whole R2 Network. Shout out to Full Time Out. And shout out to AJ, you and your camp. All right, shout out to y'all, your camp. All right, Commanders, man, let's go, man. Let's go. We can't be embarrassed by Daniel Jones. Let's get this dub. And Sacramento, training camp started. We ready, man. We ready.
Yeah, got y'all.
NBA season next year. Now, AJ got the upper hand in the NFL, but when we get to the NBA, it's gonna be a different story. That's all I gotta say.
We go
NBA.
We gonna get to that when it's time. You know. My last words is, again, thank everybody for tuning in to Unfazed this week. We got some special things coming for the rest of the season. Fun episode. Philly, like I said, I want to see some dominance. I understand growing pains. You got to build that chemistry. I need to see some dominance going forward, man. It's time to put your stamp on who we can be as a football team and send a message to the rest of the NFL. But that's all I have, man. Y'all make sure y'all tune into the debate because I'm definitely about to do so. And we'll catch y'all next week.
Yes, sir. Let's get it. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.